Okay, let's see what has happened in the last week or two in Guild Wars 1. The April's first game update brought us plenty of surprises, and although some of them seemed like an April's Fool's joke at first, the developers are 100% serious about them. A new dungeon has come to Prophecy's Pre-Searing. To reach the dungeon, make sure you are playing in Refoged mode, complete Bastion in the north, travel to the Northlands to reach Pick & Square, talk to Malanix inside Pick & Square to start the new quest chain. Once completed, the dungeon becomes repeatable. A post-searing version will be coming in a future update. So this is a huge update in pre-searing, but as you can see, we will get a post-searing version too sooner or later. So this new dungeon is called the Forsaken Tunnels, and this is a 3-level dungeon with a lot of char, growls, plants, elementals and even human type enemies, and most importantly an end boss and an end chest. So I did a test on my Perma-Pre monk, and I have to admit this is quite challenging even as a high level character and with the help of the Fire Imp. There is no Vanguard armor bonus inside the dungeon, and you take quite much damage from low level fools too. Guys, I'm not going to lie, I have very mixed feelings about this content. On one hand, the dungeon is a beauty, it looks completely new, not just some copy-paste from other dungeons, so kudos to the developer team, they did a great job with this one. On the other hand, we can say goodbye to the old classic pre-searing, since the end chest introduces many new drops like inscribable gold and purple rarity items, scrolls, dice, rare crafting materials and summoning stones. Some drops were intentional, some were not. The whole drop topic is still under construction, hence why there have been 3 more quick updates since then, and it's pretty hard to follow at this point, but at the moment I think the gold and purple rarity max inscribable weapons will stay, and if I'm not mistaken, old school drops, meaning no inscription slot weapons, will also be reintroduced as a drop. By the way, if you are on Reddit, you might have seen or heard about some crazy pre-nerf drops with extra mods, but I guess those will be removed from the game pretty soon. Also good to know, the enemies level and the end chest drops scale with the lowest level player in the party, meaning if someone in the party is just level 8 for example, you will have lower level enemies in the dungeon and you can complete the dungeon more easily, but the chest won't drop as good items as you would get from a higher level party. And another important note, the new summoning stone, the Ascalonian Warhorn, might take the Fire Imp's place in pre-searing, since you will get XP from killing high level foes in the dungeon and you will reach level 20 sooner or later. And I guess that's why the developers implemented these summoning stones, to provide some extra allies for harder content. There is a normal and a green version of this item. The green has infinite uses just like the Fire Imp had, but the big difference is that you can use the Warhorn on any level, even as a level 20 character, and it gives you 2 allies. Now there is another big change, Devona as a hero. Devona can be unlocked as a hero for characters in Reforged mode by completing the new pre-searing dungeon or talking to her in Lion's Arch. Note, Reforged mode is still in alpha and there are some known issues, most notably being able to take both the hero and the henchman versions of Devona into some missions. Now the reason I said that I have mixed feelings about this update, you know, I guess I can slowly get used to the new max damage weapons from the dungeon chest, and this is alright, max damage weapons already existed as bonus weapons. But the Devona update, the Devona part, you may think that this is not a big deal, but think about it. Hero in pre-searing and she has access to all skills from any professions. I don't know guys, maybe I'm just too much of an old school player, but to me this is a bad direction. In my opinion, pre-searing's limited skills and no hero, no henchman feature was always one of the reasons I liked playing here. Maybe I'm just too pessimistic right now, but this is hard to swallow and I'm really curious about your opinions. Let me know in a comment, what do you guys think of this new dungeon? Was the new hero thing good or bad? I'm all ears. Anyway, we've got even more new content. There is a new nostalgia mode, which is pretty fun. You can play the game like on an old school CRT monitor at a glorious 800 by 600 resolution. If you don't see a change, you need to tick the enable post-process effects. And we've got even more new stuff, and personally these are some very welcome quality of life improvements. You can identify all unidentified items in your inventory with a single button press. this will consume identification kits. To do that, simply go to your inventory menu and click on the Identify All button. This will ID all of your items, very comfy feature. You can transfer all crafting materials in your inventory to your Sunlay material storage with a single button press. And I wonder if we will get a salvage all feature in the near future. I feel like the material transfer would work best with that one. Anyway, finally toolbox features in the vanilla game, hip hip hooray. Moving on, extra life pets arrive. Pet rewards from 2025 Extra Life livestream can now be found in specific outposts. So this is also a new thing. I think there was no pets in outposts before, another new update, another cool feature. Balance adjustments, decrease cooldown for Smiter's Boon PvP by 1 second. This is a classic joke from the devs, they keep changing Smiter's Boon for the lols. Alright, this is what has happened to Guild Wars 1 in the last 2 weeks, a new dungeon, new drops, a new hero, and some future post-searing updates are on the horizon too. So we are in a very interesting period now. Stay tuned guys, more vids will come.